On today's show,
Aaron Aflalo throws a haymaker, the NBA finally punishes the Houston Rockets, and Paul Pierce gets his way.
we've passed the halfway point, so it's time to hand out some mid-season awards.
And oh boy, we'll discuss Kawhi Leonard's latest injury setback.
It's Wednesday, January 17th. The starter starts now.
Good evening, Sweet World, and welcome to The Starters, presented by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Whether you're joining us live right now on NBA TV, watching on YouTube later, listening to the podcast, doesn't matter. We're very happy to have you. I'm Jay Skeets, and alongside me, as always, that's Tass Mellis.
Thank you for joining us.
To his right, the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friend.
Lily.
And last, certainly not least, over yonder, that's the bearded one. That's Trey Kirby.
Hey,
yo! TK, what's up?
Well, I'm here at the internet looking for your best tweets at #TheStarters. And guys, we're the preeminent wedgie historians in the NBA-osphere. We have pledged to show you every wedgie from every game, and we'll even show you some non-wedgies. But last night, we saw a mystery ball stall happen in Mavs Nuggets when Dwight Powell knocked a loose ball over the basket, and it somehow settled way back on the stanchion. Don't really know how that happened. Quite unusual, but if you've been watching the show, you know we've got our ball stall nomenclature. Unfortunately, this is not a wedgie. It's also not a ledgie, and it's not really a pigeon either. So it brings us to today's question, which comes to us from Nick Engstadt. What do we call this ball stall? We came up with a whole bunch of different names in the office, and we're gonna run through a few of them. We started calling it a stanchion because it's on the stanchion, but you could also call it a back ball, arm ball, or beam ball, depending on what you call that back thing way back there. You could also call it the rumble seat, since it's way back there, or how about the upper decker, though I think that term might be in use.
Yeah.
Could also call it the Rodney Stuckey, since that ball is stuck on a rod, or maybe we should just call it the goalie, since it's all alone in the pipes. I don't know. That's why we need your help, so hit us up on Twitter at #TheStarters. What do we call this ball stall? Send us your best tweets. We'll check them out later.
I think the people can do better. Those were fine.
How dare you?
Those were fine suggestions, but I
dare
think
you?
people can do
They
better.
can't.
It's
No
out
way.
there.
Let's start
Don't
the
think
show
so?
over.
I believe it. All right, we got a fun show tonight. We got a special mid-season awards edition of Crossfire. We will discuss Kawhi Leonard's latest injury setback, and Lee's got his VSP. But first, let's start with some true or false questions. There's a whole lot to talk about once again in the NBA. Trey, you got the questions.
Yeah, buddy, another night, another fight. Just the day after the Rockets-Clippers drama, Aaron Aflalo and Nemanja Bjelica went at it in a tussle that had all the spell checks buzzing. Aflalo threw a haymaker that missed, Bjelica put Aflalo in a headlock, and afterwards, Belly had this to say.
He took a swing on me, and I was just trying, to protect myself first of all, and to help him. I mean, to calm him down, because he was wild. I don't know what's wrong with that guy.
True or false, Aflalo should be suspended, but Bjelica should not.
Ooh.
I think that's true, and this is the first fight of the week. I don't think that other Rockets-Clippers thing can be called a fight. This was the first haymaker thrown, but there's only one guy in the wrong here. It's Aaron Aflalo. I mean, what is Bjelica really to do? He controlled things. He was being held. I mean, yeah, he did kind of throw a, hey, get off me. Like, let's stop this thing that you're doing here. Yeah. But, I mean, what is he supposed to do? Run from the situation? I
Yeah.
think he just held him.
More like angry Aflalo, but this actually was something that had brewed a little bit earlier in the game as well. They had another incident, not much in that one either, but Aaron Aflalo, to me, was looking for a fight because Bjelica kind of came in there, bumped him, and then it didn't take much to set him off. So, absolutely, Bjelica's unlucky to be ejected. He definitely shouldn't be suspended. He diffused the situation as best he could. If a guy's throwing punches at you and you put him in a headlock, that's what big brothers do. It's great.
I hear what you're saying. So, I mean, look, I think most people agree that Aflalo's going to get a game or two here. Maybe more,
He
because that
deserves
was
more
a
than one.
wild
Yeah.
haymaker he threw, and lucky he really didn't connect there with Belly.
Sure.
But if you go back in NBA history to some crazy haymakers, it's not usually just the guy throwing the haymaker that gets suspended. The other guy that was thrown at tends to usually get a game, and I think the NBA sometimes looks at that like, well, we're not just looking at the punch thrown, we're looking at that build-up to how
Yeah.
we got to that point. Classic ones that come to mind, classic haymakers, if you want to call them that. Marcus Camby, way back in 2001. He was suspended 5 games for swinging like crazy here eventually at Danny Ferry. Danny Ferry did get a game. He got a game suspension. This was nuts. Jeff Van Gundy getting right in the mix. Jeff Van Gundy in the middle of everything.
No wonder he retired from coaching.
and then another one a year later. Shaq suspended a couple games, 3 games, I believe, there for swinging at Brad Miller. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh boy, lucky he missed on that one. But Brad got a game too. So
But you don't believe Bjelica gets a game for this or deserves one either?
Probably
Surely
not.
No,
Probably
well, I mean,
not. Because
what
I'm
would-
with you. Really,
Yeah.
it was you either run away
Yeah.
or you try and hold the guy.
It's gonna run away.
Or you hold the guy and say, "Look,
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with this, but I don't want the guy punching me in the face."
Yeah, Aflalo was also holding him, so it was kind of tough for him to run away. I mean, this was a person losing control, and Bielitsa was the calming influence.
Yeah.
I think the best thing to come of this was ESPN's alert. Quite often you get an alert at
Yeah.
night, you see something in the evening, and you get an alert that says, hey, there was an altercation, and we'll see it in a sec afterwards. But, I mean, this really was Bielitsa just saying, all right, you're a little out of control.
Like Frank Mir with the guillotine.
Right. But the alert said Aflalo throws a punch. Bielitsa ends up putting him in a headlock.
He's
Well
going to
done.
he's going to got a WWE career after the NBA, Bielitsa, the way that he just put him in that lock like that. I mean, great.
Locked him up.
All right. How many games in the end do you
Lock
think?
it in.
Do you- two?
He gets at least 2 plus
He might get 3.
plus a
Okay.
50 grand
We-
fine or something.
We will see. All right, Trey, next one.
All right, we've been waiting all day for news on that Rockets-Clippers drama, and it just came down a couple of minutes before the show started. Both Trevor Ariza and Gerald Green got 2-game suspensions for aggressively entering the Clippers locker room, while there are no punishments for Chris Paul and James Harden or any Clippers. Also, it wasn't Clint Capella at the door, it was Tarek Black. Nonetheless, guys, true or false, the NBA handled the Rockets-Clippers altercation fairly.
Sort of impossible for us to really say, right? We're not there. You haven't seen any footage.
What is the incident?
The NBA have
Yeah.
done their investigation. It took a while. They definitely didn't jump to conclusions here. You know, this happened on Monday night. We just found out about the suspensions for, again, Ariza and Green in a couple of games. It's impossible to know really how far Chris Paul was back, what was Harden doing, right? I
Did he step on the Clippers' carpet? I mean,
Right,
how
I
far
mean-
did he get into the room? Yeah, we don't really know the incident.
But I will say, I think especially to the casual fan, maybe a bad look. Maybe a bad look. And what I mean by that is, well, you got Ariza and Green getting game suspensions here, but your stars, Chris Paul, James Harden, and Blake on the other side, even though he's in the locker room, I don't think he should deserve a suspension. They get nothing.
Yeah, but
I
did
think
they
some
do
fans
anything? Did they do anything?
Well, we
did they
don't know.
enter a locker room?
Well, they went with them. So where
How
do
do
you
we
draw
know?
the line?
Well,
I mean, how do we know?
according to Kiki Vandeweghe, he interviewed 20 people who were there, and James
Like security
Harden,
and
James Harden
all
and Chris
that,
Paul
yeah.
were apparently within those interviews
Yeah.
told to be peacemakers.
So they're
For whatever
trying
that's
to.
worth. That's
well,
all
that's
we
what I
know.
said
Yeah.
on last night's show. I mean, I had no idea, but I thought that Ariza was the angriest and the guy that maybe most wanted to talk to Austin Rivers in the locker room or Blake Griffin or whoever it is. He was maybe the aggressor. I think the NBA ultimately sort of decided that. I get Green in the mix. That was a bit of a shock. He's only been on the Rockets for 20 days. He's really in. He's really in with that team, but. Yeah, I guess we don't know.
What's clear here is that Trevor Ariza is sort of the protector of his guys. I mean, that's what the game footage said. I mean, what we saw from the footage was Trevor Ariza protecting his stars. And if he went into the locker room, he was protecting his stars. And if we can believe not only what they handed down, but James Harden and Chris Paul today in interviews, they said all those reports out there were false. So if they didn't go
course
into the
they're
locker room,
Sources.
Well, it's an interesting point because the story breaks. The
I mean, what are we to believe?
Yeah, the story originally, the 4 Rockets are trying to get into the Clippers locker room, but then the day after, a little bit after, I don't know if it was the Rockets getting ahead of the story, but it was suddenly, Ariza was the aggressor. Now, and if
Well, he was the aggressor
Well,
during the game. And wouldn't
on
it
the
make,
floor, yes, but
And
what
wouldn't it
about-
make sense with, according to the suspensions handed down, that he was the only guy with Gerald Green that went in there?
these suspensions were not for what happened on the floor.
Yeah, no, but those two guys went in there.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just think maybe the Rockets wisely, again, maybe got ahead of this a little bit and said, well, let's put it on Ariza a little bit. He was the aggressor, and Chris and James were just trying to hold him back. And maybe that's exactly what happened. But if it didn't, that's a smart move by the Rockets to tell us that story, right?
Well, yeah, and it
worked.
also helps them that Bielitsa and Aflalo came out with actually throwing some haymakers.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, Trey, final one.
All right, time to dip into the Celtics Isaiah Thomas beef. It's a tasty beef, and it starts with a tweet from ESPN's Chris Forsberg. The night before IT first returned to Boston, he tweeted, "The Celtics will not run a video tribute for Isaiah Thomas on Wednesday night. At Thomas's request, team plans to save it for a future date." But when the team announced that Thomas's video would take place on the same night as Paul Pierce's jersey retirement, that did not sit well with the truth.
On February 11th, the night I get my jersey retirement, I'm not sure I want to look up at the Jumbotron and see Isaiah highlights.
After that, nothing for a couple of weeks until today when news broke that Paul Pierce won't have to share the spotlight with Isaiah Thomas when the Celtics retire his jersey because, as Isaiah tweeted this morning, "I'd like to thank the Celtics for their gracious offer to play a video tribute on February 11th, but since it appears this has caused some controversy with Paul Pierce's night, I'd ask the Celtics instead to focus all of their attention on number 34's career Delicious, guys. True or false, Paul Pierce handled the Isaiah Thomas controversy poorly.
True.
You think so?
He did. He did.
Why?
Because look, no one player is above a franchise or a team, right? So when the team decides we are going to honour you by retiring your jersey, and we are going to honour Isaiah Thomas that night, it's not up to Paul Pierce to decide what happens. He doesn't play for that team anymore. He's been gone a long time. If Danny Ainge is the general manager and within the ownership group have decided this is when we're doing it, then that's when they do it. Isaiah Thomas's tribute video is going to be 90 seconds during a timeout, probably in the first quarter. Paul Pierce's jersey retirement is going to be a halftime event. The whole arena is going to be on him. He's going to get enough attention. He can't spare 90 seconds to watch.
Yeah, but then you can flip it and say, I mean, what's the big deal for him getting his own night? They retire jerseys. They retire
Right.
a lot of jerseys. Why can't he have his own night?
He's getting his own night.
No, Isaiah Thomas
They're
will
not-
be in the press conference. They will be talking about Isaiah Thomas that evening.
but-
What's the big deal? I understand what's the big deal, Isaiah Thomas getting 90 seconds of a video tribute.
In the
I mean,
first quarter.
they already showed him on the Jumbotron
Right.
earlier this
Right.
season when he
Right.
visited. So, yeah, I mean, we're arguing about absolutely nothing here, but at the same time, Paul Pierce played his whole career there.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm sorry.
15 of
He
19
didn't.
years.
He 15 of
10-time
19
All-Star,
years.
4-time
Why
All-NBA.
can't they give him one
They're
night?
giving him a night.
No,
This
they're
is what I
not.
don't
No,
understand.
they're
They are
not.
giving him a night. Listen, I hope Isaiah Thomas goes for 50 points in that game.
Oh,
I
But
do.
what? But hold on, Isaiah Thomas also dictated and said, "I don't want to have that video
That's-
tribute my
he-
first
yeah.
visit there." He said
okay.
that. Well, your opinion
That's
is
true.
the
He's saying-
franchise is going to dictate everything. He was the one who requested.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm not playing that night, and if I do play, I'm not going to play well because it's my first game back. So you know what? Just hold off till
Why
February
can't they
11th.
then move Paul Pierce's jersey retirement to another
This
night?
is
already
the
announced
problem.
that.
This is the problem. This is the problem. Danny Ainge and the Celtics organization, you got to check your Google calendars. This is what happened. When Isaiah said, no, I'd rather not have it this night. Can you do it the next time I come? They should have checked the Google calendar. It would have been right there. Paul Pierce, jersey retirement. Oh, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. So you either get it the first time you come or we got to pick another date. But they did it. And now they got
have
themselves in
41
this.
home
Look,
games.
I sort of like that Paul Pierce at least is speaking his mind.
Yeah.
He really does, and whether or not most people would be like this is another question, but he spoke his mind. I want this night. This night is all about the truth. And in the end, he got it. So I guess
Great.
it turned out
Good on him.
perfectly for him. Yeah,
It worked out perfect.
it'll make a fascinating night there, February 11th, that's for sure. All right, coming up next, Lee and I go head-to-head in a special mid-season award edition of Crossfire. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to Crossfire presented by TISO. Here's how this thing's gonna work. The champ and the challenger will go 3 rounds head to head. I'll give you guys the topics. Battle it out. The winner, I declare, and you get to take home this belt. You'll actually just leave it over there, but you say we'll take it home anyways. We got a mid-season awards edition of Crossfire, and we're starting with the big one. Lots of candidates out there, and it seems like a new name is in the conversation every week. But halfway through the season, who's your MVP? Here we go.
I know he's missed a little bit of time recently, but it's James Harden. Let's not overlook this too much. The numbers are great, first off. Leading the league in scoring, 3rd in assists. His team is fantastic. Struggle a little bit without him, but this is what also makes him an MVP. Look at the season someone like Clint Capella is having right now. A fantastic season. That is because James Harden is bringing the best out of him. That's what an MVP does. Scores for himself, leads his team to victories, brings out the best in other players.
Give me the default answer. Give me LeBron James.
Ah.
Like, I'll take LeBron. The numbers are there, 27, 8, 9, 64% true shooting percentage. But the reason I honestly take LeBron is no one really jumps off the page to me right now as a true MVP right now. I mean, you said Harden missed some time.
Yeah.
AD and Giannis have unbelievable numbers, but they're on 23
What about the
and
start of the
22.
season for
There's
LeBron and the
Kyrie.
Cavs in the last
Look,
couple of
yeah,
weeks?
Yeah, LeBron is a big part of the slump here, but
Yeah.
he can
All right, break it up
I don't love it. I don't love it.
Round two. We talk MVP quite a bit around here, but we rarely talk defensive awards, which is fine by me because I'm all offense, baby.
Yep.
Nonetheless, who you got for Defensive Player of the Year? Here we go.
I'm going to go with Al Horford with the Celtics. This is always a tough award to finally give it to somebody because do you look at the defensive stats
Yeah.
or the impact on the team? But Horford is sort of like the Marc Gasol winning Defensive Player of the Year. He's their most important player on that end of the floor. He defends multiple positions as a big. #1 defense in the league with Boston. He's a huge reason why. I'll go Al Horford right now.
Yeah, a couple of injuries too. Gobert,
Yep.
Kawhi Leonard, those guys missed it. You know, Draymond Green, the current defensive player of the year, you know who he thinks is the defensive player of the year this season?
Himself, probably.
No, Kevin Durant. And he's right. Kevin Durant has been such an improved defender since he's come over from the Oklahoma City Thunder. A one-on-one defender is fantastic, a post defender is fantastic, a help defender is fantastic. When players are on him, they only shoot 40%. He's fantastic, does everything for that team. Gets a little bit overlooked because the Warriors are such a great defensive team.
All right, it's a tight one heading into round three. Last year's Rookie of the Year race, hardly a thriller, but this year we got a whole bunch of names in the mix. Guys, at the halfway point, who's your Rookie of the Year? Here we go.
At the start of the season, I picked Ben Simmons. No reason to change that pick right now. Second in scoring, leads rookies in rebounds, assists,
He's
steals.
fallen off a little bit
Come on,
here.
how's he fallen off?
He started hot, he's fallen off a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
listen,
all I'm
what's
saying.
his weakness? Okay, he can't shoot three-pointers all that well. That's the only part of his game that he really struggles with right now. For a guy who can't shoot, he's shooting over 50% from the field, not afraid to go to the free throw line, even though his numbers aren't great, but he's not afraid to get there. It's Ben Simmons.
Hey, referee man, you said you like offense.
Love it.
You like buckets.
I love buckets.
Then give me Donovan Mitchell. For Rookie of the Year right now, he leads all rookies in scoring.
What else?
Nearly 19 points per game he's dropping. He'll probably be at 20 plus by the season's end. He took over there Gordon Hayward's role as a rookie, as the 13th pick. So I like Simmons. That was my preseason pick as well.
18 double-doubles,
I'll go
4
Mitchell.
triple-doubles.
You guys are both making great points, but tonight's winner, J.E. Skeets, comes from behind victory. I love buckets. I love buckets.
You do, buddy. You gotta play it in the ref,
That's
Ellis.
right. That's
Champ is here.
think I'm gonna
The
shaq
champ is
Brad
here.
Miller
We gotta
this
take a
ref.
break.
Don't do it.
When we come back, we'll discuss Kawhi Leonard's latest injury setback and try not to cry about it.
The Starters is brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey, official partner of the NBA.
Welcome back to the Starters. Time for some fill-in-the-blank fun. Trey, you got the blanks. We've got the answers.
Most def. Strange news out of San Antonio as the Spurs announced today that Kawhi Leonard will be out indefinitely as he will continue to rehab the quad injury that has limited him to just 9 games so far this season. He will play again so far this season. The Spurs are hoping. Fill in the blank. Kawhi Leonard's latest setback is blank.
I called it mysterious because at the beginning of the year, Pop said, this is weird. I've never seen something like this before. He also said it was a lingering issue from previous seasons, but they've been so precautionary about it.
Yep.
Hasn't played in back-to-backs, hasn't even played on 1 day's rest, only
Yeah.
playing in 2 days rest.
Yep.
And then this has sort of lingered. I mean, last February, he missed a game because of a right quad bruise. 2 years ago, about almost 2 years ago, he had 2 games where he missed with a right quad bruise. Is it that same injury?
Right.
No one really knows. Hopefully, it just doesn't linger, and we think of this as the start of something that he couldn't get over.
That's why I put the question mark, because we just don't really know with the San Antonio Spurs. They keep things so in-house, these sorts of injuries, and the information is pretty much withheld from the public. So who really knows how long he's going to be out and when he's going to be back?
Yeah, I went a bit of a shock. Same thing. No one really saw this coming, especially he just had a great game against the
Yeah.
Nuggets. Maybe one of his better games here of the season. Put up good numbers in limited time, looked fresh. I mean, they were talking about him sort of getting back into the swing of things. And then suddenly, well, nope, he's out for the foreseeable future. We don't even know. Like, they didn't even put like a week or 2 more. They're obviously going to be very cautious with him, but a disappointment as well. I mean, you want to see one of the top 5 players out there anytime you can, and right now we're not.
And they have a very tough schedule.
They do.
The second half, it gets
They do.
much harder.
All right, Trey, next one.
All right, last night, Anthony Davis put up 45 points and 16 rebounds in a win over the Celtics. That came just a few days after AD threw down 48 and 17 in a win against the Knicks. He's going to be starting the All-Star game next month, but let's think bigger, guys. Fill in the blank. Anthony Davis's MVP chances are blank.
What do you
Oh,
got?
I went with Slim still. Even though he's putting up incredible numbers, the Pelicans themselves are only 3 games over 500, and I think that is what's going to ultimately derail a realistic chance for him. They need to be 55 wins, 60 wins. I don't think they're going to get that this year. I think they're still going to be hovering around the 500 mark, and I can't see an MVP coming from a team that's barely over 40 wins. Of course, Russell Westbrook did it last year. I don't think it would happen 2 years in a row, though.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I mean, they're only 3 games over 500 after being 500 3 games ago. They
Yeah.
went on a 3-game winning streak, so that's why I said the exact same thing. Slimmer than Brandon Ingram. It's just not going to happen. Even though his stats are phenomenal, you just have to have a winning record these days. I mean, there's too many good candidates. You have to be better than that.
Yeah, I think the 50-win mark has got to be in play. That's why I went the same as Giannis's chances, because I mean they both do, and we can show you here. I mean their numbers they're crazy.
Incredible.
They're really crazy numbers from both of these guys. And Anthony Davis over the last 4 games, all coming in wins by the way, when he's been out there at least, it's sort of this run is similar to the Greek Freak at the start of the season when we, in 3-4 days into the season, we were like, oh, he's the MVP frontrunner.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what's going on right now to me with AD. But yeah, if you creep up either of these guys to that 50 win mark and maybe a 4th or 5th seed, whatever, in your conference, I think it's then in play. With numbers like that, it's definitely in play.
Awesome.
Yeah, but they alternate wins and losses. Both those teams. It'd be very surprising to see them in the 4th spot, that high.
No,
Sounds like he's in
right.
the conversation, though.
He's definitely in the conversation.
Welcome to the conversation.
Welcome to the conversation. All right, after the jump, a conversation about Lee Lee's very solid play.
Try to stay out of his way and let him figure it out.
I've always liked basketball, but I always like watching it more than playing it. Now it's the other way around.
Demand it, demand it. Bang it. Punish her at the rim. There you go.
I think I'm judged very differently. I feel like people, this is Shaq's son, he has to be good.
Get on the block. One bounce, you are O'Neal. You're not gonna get 2 bounces, they're coming quick. I hold back a lot of advice. I just try to teach them the basic things like criticism could either make you dwindle or could it make you excel.
Cool looking feature there with Shaq and his son Sharif tonight on Beyond the Paint at 11 p.m. Eastern here on NBA TV. All right, we asked you, what do we call this very, very unique ball stall here that happened last night? Trey, you got a few of the best answers.
Yeah, some good weird ones. Lyndon Garner suggests it should be called the Scared Caterpillar. I don't get it, but it's a great name. Tom says the free advertisement, because up until this point, who really paid attention to the ad right there? My favorite answer comes from CK. It's looking over the edge. How about a gargoyle? A gargoyle?
I
It's
get
not
the
scary. It's
scared
not scary.
caterpillar.
It's not bad.
Scared caterpillar shriveled up. That
Yeah,
part.
true.
It's kinda-
Just hopped in there.
Let's check last
like
night's
I'm a
pick
gargoyle.
results. We all had the Nuggets, and they held on, so that's a win for everybody. Tonight's game, oh man, what's going on here? Wizards Hornets is our game.
We just like the logo.
It's already underway. All of us taking Washington on the road. Bit of a surprise. Hornets are favorite, I believe, in this one. All right, Lee, VSP.
Yeah, we're going out to Denver, actually, for a nice little hot potato here between Nikola Jokic and Torrey Craig. Here it goes.
Who?
Yes, I know. Nikola Jokic, his name is. He's a good
No,
player.
no.
Beautiful pass, beautiful finish. That's what I call a very solid play.
Great stuff. Great thumbs. And we got a fan sign.
Yeah, it comes from B-Rod8A. Yeah. And his lovely family there. They are in Phoenix.
And don't get too excited.
No, well, I'm just not quite sure how to pronounce that Twitter handle there.
Yeah,
but,
that's fine.
I think
That's
it's
fine.
yeah.
Keep the signs coming, guys. Keep the
B-Rod,
signs coming.
yeah.
That's it for us tonight. We're back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern
Wow.
on NBA TV. Yes. But we got the All-Star starters being announced later, so 5 p.m.
Thanks for joining us, folks. And remember, the best reader of Twitter handles in the game, this guy, right here.
Race the night, people.